Beautiful overcast day here in Austin. Pulling up to Lift ATX to train with crew Mahoney. He has run every day for like 8 straight years, but he has a lot of really great stuff to say. I'm excited to learn from him today, get in a good pump, always have a good time training with crew.
Here's what I'm interested in. Do you believe in God? The small goals are scary because you might fail. They're also scary because you might do it. All right.
Because you're like a case of someone who blew up overnight. And then you had one video, got like 50 million views.
Yeah.
Let's jump into it, man. You want to do that leg press, you said?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
I'm down. 5 sets of 12. That's the
Dude,
kind
you
of
know me,
bullshit I do.
two sets is good for me.
Fair enough.
Which one, that, you like that Cybex?
Middle guy, yeah.
What
Dude, this
that's
is heavy
like.
for me, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, dude. For single leg, maybe it's because my knee hurts right now, but.
You want to take a plate off, or you good?
Damn.
Straight to working set?
Yeah, that is working set for me. I'm gonna keep it real.
Nice, dude.
Sorry to ruin the question. We can refresh that one.
No, you're good. Get through the set. We'll chat later.
All right. I say 6 aside for that. Dude, you made that shit look so easy. Wait, with my left, it is.
Oh, really? Is that
Dude,
is
I
it
gotta,
right quad tendon or
I gotta
something?
fix my imbalances.
There you go, dude. Yeah, the only thing that would make this better is if it had the like unilateral option, so you didn't like
Have to contort.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw at least one more.
That's amazing. For single leg, bro, that's ridiculous.
I might regret this. Here, before you put that last one on, I just want to make sure this doesn't feel awful.
Okay.
Throw it on.
Another
Yeah,
one?
it'd be fine.
I wonder if I should just do double leg since my knees are feeling like
You
dog.
go, if I go like single leg for like 5, you could go double leg for like 15
Okay.
or something. I don't know.
I might be down to just do high volume for myself.
Yeah. So your social media rise to fame, you're
Yeah.
like kind of blew up overnight. You're making content for a long time.
Yeah.
Tell me about that video and like,
Yeah.
what was it and why do you think it resonated so much?
Yeah, so, I mean, the cool part, which I'm glad about the overnight part of it, is that was my 1300th video. So I had been posting for years at that point, 2 posts a day. And I would just run every single day talking. So I have a run streak of, I think it's just over 2,800 days currently. Around then, it was day 1,300 or so when I started. And about 600 days in, I posted a video saying, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't, do all of the typical things. And said, am I lame for that? Absolutely. And to be lame in the eyes of somebody I'd never want to be like is nothing but a success. And then it just blew the hell up. And it's funny because at that time, I wasn't even saying that as a jab outward. I was saying it as kind of a self-defense in a way.
Yeah.
You get so much shit for just doing that kind of stuff or not doing that kind of stuff. And man, the next morning I was in bed, must have been, before 5 a.m. of some kind. And my phone is just going zzz, 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 and I thought it was one of those Amber Alert things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went, what the hell? Because it wasn't even a sound. The ringer was off, but it was just vibrating like crazy. And I went up and I just see Instagram notifications flooding through. I went, what the hell? And yeah, I was at 7,000 followers at that point. And then within a month, I think I was at 300K or something ridiculous.
From one post, basically.
One post. Yeah, so that post, the analytics, it says 224K followers from that one, which is just absolutely crazy. And I think, it's cool to see that. But, I think in the midst of blowing up big time like that, people miss the nuances and it's just an inflated follow.
Yeah.
Whereas I think people know me best or can appreciate me best when it's over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Because it takes a conversation, it takes some jokes, it takes a lot of stuff to get to know anybody. but I'm really sarcastic, and it just takes a minute. And so, yeah, it is such a weird thing to just get that amount of attention, you know?
I mean, you seem like you've handled it well.
Thank you.
But I'm curious if you could like go back and redo that process.
Yeah.
Like you wake up that day, your phone's blowing up. How do you move forward from that moment? Like what did you do, and what do you do if you did it again?
Yeah, I kept posting, kept saying my stuff, and was stoked to see a K next to the view count of everything. And if I could go back, you know, unfortunately I think about this quite a bit, but I would start YouTube immediately. I would start my podcast immediately. Waiting 2 years, not the best use of that kind of momentum. But I'm always the person, I don't like to feel inflated. I don't like to overuse momentum. I don't like to have too much help, quote unquote. And so I'm going, you know what? I don't want to succeed just because something's blowing up. I want to succeed because everything I say is great. And, you know, it's a little bit naive to think that way, honestly. Especially when it comes to social media, because, you know, I was trying to apply a genuine thought process to a pretty disingenuous platform.
Yeah, you know, it's a shame because I think there's so many good people out there saying good things that people should see.
Yep.
And it's just so hard to get it out there.
Dude,
and so I think when you do get that like window of opportunity, it's easy to like feel like a fraud or like whatever, but it's like you're just one of many like thousands of people that have good shit to say, and you have an opportunity like take advantage of it, ride the momentum.
Dude.
And just like view the positive half of it.
I know. I mean, I couldn't agree more, especially now, because my absolute favorite things, making YouTube videos, doing the podcast, because, you know, content-wise, that's going to be the closest thing to me talking. Yeah. You know, when I do an Instagram video, I'm going, why do I need to engineer this? And the platforms, they've incentivized engineered content that's attention-based. I think value used to win really big.
Yeah.
As in, if we were doing what we were doing 8 years ago, oh my God, it would just be the most undeniable. Every post, people would be going, dude, this is great. But now it's just what gets people inflated.
Yeah.
And that could be really happy, really upset, really anything. You know what I mean? And that's just not where my mind goes when I think, oh, let me create some content. Because every video I used to make, I'd go, dude, I want to help someone and really just unlock something in their mind every time I speak.
Yeah.
And now I'm just going, dude, why does that feel like a waste? Because nobody sees that anymore. You know what I mean? You're only going to see the video of me going, oh, Pilates is stupid or something. You know what I mean?
You know what sucks though is I think when you get popular, your account has the potential to get, you know, 100K, 100 million views on something, and you get used to seeing those numbers, and then you put out something really high value and it gets like 10K.
Yep.
And you're like, well shit, that's terrible. But like, dude, that's like 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Like imagine that stadium full of 10,000 people reading that high value post. And it's like, and someone had to remind me of that this week, because I was talking about my views on my story. Yeah. Like if I just took a picture of you right now, put on my story, I would get like 25, 30,000 views on that.
Yeah. If
I sit and work on a Q&A, I'm like responding to people's questions for like 4 hours, it will drop to like 3K.
Yeah.
Which is insane. It like feels like it disincentivizes it. But it's like, that's 3,000 people who really care.
Yeah.
Which is still insane to think about.
Oh yeah, I mean
those big numbers just like fuck with your head.
I know.
You know? And then you're not thinking clearly.
Well, that quality viewer, I mean, that's why when I click on my Spotify and I see that something got 6,000 listens, I go, dude, that's different.
Yeah.
Because that's a 40-minute long podcast. And I mean, it's a different mindset that somebody comes into it listening with. That I think is so much more powerful than 60,000 views on an Instagram video.
Yeah.
And the comments, I mean, we talked about this before, the response you get for the long form stuff is, this is amazing, I learned so much. I'm going, whoa,
yeah,
that's amazing to hear. And then you post something on Instagram, even if it's valuable, someone's just ready to bitch about it. I'm going, oh my God.
If I post something that's a little bit like deeper, more philosophical, people just swipe past. They don't even care or want to read. But I'll get people that I know in person coming up and be like, hey, I love that post on whatever topic. That was like 1% of the digital engagement.
Yeah, dude.
So I think we just have to remind ourselves, like, just put out the content you want to put out. And numbers fall where they do.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just, I feel like putting in energy, something deserves energy. And I'm always questioning, what is that thing? And it always stands out as the long form to me, because that way I can feel proud about the process and the product, you know? Let's go. Money. Nice, dude. Let's go. Nice. I think I started my Instagram. It was never inauthentic, but it was 10% of the picture. As in my morning routine and my serious mindset and the discipline and the consistency and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, most of my day I'm joking around. Most of my day I'm just in a different headspace.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's not me in any one of those moments, but I only showed 10% of that. And so I think having a huge inflation of just this influx of people following, along with them not really getting these touch points of the full picture, I mean, I see how that was a fault of my own. You know, and I just thought, okay, I'm gonna post this one thing every day so I can just be ridiculously consistent with it. Yeah. So when people preach consistency to me, I'm going, well, careful now, because I'll take that to the way, way, way extreme, and then I'll miss out on some of the other pieces that are important. So, you know, I'm trying to cover that full spectrum a little bit more. And it's just, you know, more talking videos and shit, and just creating more of those little touch points of who is Crew. You know, because when you're listening to a story, reading a story, watching a story play out, it's not really the events, it's the character that people are curious about. You watch a movie, all this shit is happening, but you're going, oh, how does this morph the character's life? You know, how does that change? So, you know.
Speaking of consistency, though, you've been on a daily run streak for how many days?
I think today is 2,823 or 24, something like that.
Jeez.
So it's
like 8 years or something?
Yeah, in June 13th will be 8 years.
So you started running every single day as like a teenager?
Yeah, I was 17.
And now here you are.
Still doing the same old shit.
What made you start it as a streak versus just like most people, they start running, they run, they follow like a normal program. What was the purpose of the streak for you?
It's easier. More peace of mind. So I always talk about this idea that when you reach the full spectrum of, you know, your potential, you enjoy the full spectrum of peace. When you get the luxuries of, I don't know, being a lazy ass, you know, not being kind of the best version of yourself. And I say luxuries seriously. It is nice to sit on your ass. It is nice to sleep till whatever time, whenever you want, eat whatever the hell you want, go to the gym if you want, not go to the gym if you want. That's real. That person typically has the little thing in the back of their mind going, oh, but what if I was doing the thing?
Yeah.
You know, and I think, I don't know, I can only speak for myself, but I want to say for most people, there is that voice in the back of their mind. And so for me, I'd say, you know what? Every day consists of some real pains in the ass. As in up at 5, in the ice bath first thing, run.
Yeah.
Every freaking day, no matter how I feel, no matter what I got on my plate, no matter what someone said to me. But the peace of mind of going, man, I'm reaching the bottom of that barrel every single day. That's a luxury to me.
I think counterintuitively, there's a lot of freedom in removing the choice.
Yep.
And so
100%.
There's a lot of ways to do that. I think, you know, hiring a coach, for example, where like you don't have to think what the workout is, you just wake up and execute.
Agreed.
Or you have a promise you made to yourself, I run every single day.
Yeah.
There's not a choice of am I running today, you just wake up and execute. I was talking to Mark Dowdle, one of the top ultra runners right now.
Okay.
And he does, for his actual training. It's like a world-class ultramarathon or something called Calendar Club, where he runs 1 mile on the first day of the month, 2 on the second, 3 on the third, all the way up to like 30 miles on the 30th day of the month.
Yep.
And he started doing that as just like a challenge. Did it a couple times, and like after like he's done it like a dozen times.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm actually pretty good at this. He's like a world-class ultra runner from doing this silly like Calendar Club challenge.
Yeah.
And he just keeps doing it because it's like it takes away the choice. Because he was saying like when he would be traveling or busy, he'd be like, do I want to get the miles in today? It's like, just get rid of the choice. It's the 16th, I'm running 16. And sometimes those things that like, they seem kind of silly. Oh, why would you just run every day? It's like, it's pretty powerful stuff actually.
Dude, because for me, it's a minimum of 1 mile. And most days, especially because of my training right now, it's a mile.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that that's a poor running training, but really it's just a self-respect training plan for me. It's having that non-negotiable, having a promise to keep, feeling like I am fulfilling that role. And I mean, it does something. Man,
Shit.
Feeling like a bitch doing my 2 legs, bro, I swear.
Oh, dude. I'm going to be more tired from that, though, than you. Oof.
That's awesome.
I was looking at one of your videos. You were sharing a story from one of the clients you work with.
Yeah.
You can fill in the story a little more, but it was one where early retirement, very successful.
Yeah.
But then she started sleeping in.
Yeah.
Kind of like wasting her time.
Yeah.
And not being accountable to herself and the things she wanted to do.
Right.
Tell me more about that, because I thought that was a pretty cool lesson, and like your action plan for her.
Yeah.
Really simple but very effective.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, what's cool for me is that for whatever reason, I end up working with people that are much older than me. And you know, I don't say, oh, only people this age, that age, but I think it just resonates in a certain category. And so I get to learn a lot from that relationship as well, which is amazing. But yeah, this particular client, I mean, she's super successful. And then her thought process, which I think is a lot of people's process, is, oh, I have the time and I have the flexibility and I have all of these luxuries, so I'm gonna cash in on all of it. So I'm gonna sleep until whatever the heck time. Oh, I'm in control. And then you find that far enough down the line, when it comes to me, I don't want to put in the effort because waking up early, it's difficult. But if there's a meeting on the calendar, right up, I have to get this done, I have to do it. So the authority is being held outside of the self in a really, really strong way. You got a dentist appointment? No way I'm late to that. You know, I got the meeting? No way I'm late to that. Oh, I just get the day to myself? I'm gonna sleep the whole damn thing away. I'm saying, see, the story that tells is when it comes to myself, I don't want to put the effort. When it comes to other people, I will put the effort. In my mind, I'm going, that's the formula for respecting yourself less. Because respect is kind of oh, this person deserves effort. So I think no matter who I talk to, they would say, dude, you don't have to wake up at 5 every day. Any person would tell me that. People would love for me to not wake up at 5, but the person telling me I have to is me. And I'm a little bit afraid of me because I respect that dude.
Yeah.
You know, and this is just, we don't get much of an opportunity in just everyday busy life to see that dynamic. But when you zoom out a second and go, whoa, the way that I treat myself dictates the way that I feel about myself. The things I think, say, and experience dictate my identity. Then you can see how, oh shit, if I hate myself, maybe I should start acting like someone I love more, you know?
Even with infinite, time, freedom, money, I still think the most rewarding things in your life are gonna take some amount of work.
Agreed.
Like you have the time and the money to put in the type of work you wanna put in.
Yeah.
But you can't just like wake up, do nothing, and be satisfied with that for a long period of time.
No, I mean,
might be great for a week or 2, but eventually, no.
I mean, there's a desire to survive. And if you don't have to survive, you got to do something that makes you feel like you're surviving. And so I think people are kind of in this emotional battle to survive rather than a physical one now. And that's why you see people laying on the couch in the air conditioning and they feel like they're dying because emotionally they're not they're not capable of survival yet. And I think a lot of that comes down to just knowing why you ought to wake up today.
Yeah.
Why you ought to get up tomorrow. What is the purpose? What's the reason? I think as modern day people, it's kind of our responsibility to answer that question, which is a pain in the freaking ass to answer, by the way. Why am I here? Yeah, that's kind of a big one.
I think though people look at folks like you or me or people in you know, influencer sphere.
Yeah.
They see you doing crazy things, ice bath 4 a.m. like, and it's just so like, it either one, it looks performative to them.
Yeah.
Two, it looks extreme to them. I like the story of your client because it wasn't anything extreme.
Totally. Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Tell me about that.
A 10-minute walk before 8:30. That's the assignment. You know, and it's literally symbolic. I approach it with the symbolic view because when you understand why you should, you have this whole view of the self-respect thing, putting effort toward yourself, and then you get the sunlight and the birds chirping and your body moving, and you go, oh shit. Yeah, maybe this is why people say you should move your body. And I think people can assume the lessons they'll learn from something, but it doesn't actually resonate until you kind of do it. And you feel that morning kind of just effect.
Oh, you can read about what a cool breeze feels like. You can read about birdsong. It's not the same, obviously.
Yeah, and it's cool because her in specific, she's almost a hyper responder, if you will, to these ideas. And then every day she'll just send me messages, I feel so good. You know, just my momentum starting the day. I'm having all these great ideas. I'm going, let's freaking go, man. I mean,
yeah. Well, I think especially for someone in her case, like she's been successful. She has done it before in other areas. You just like a little push in the right direction. I think those people will run with it.
Totally. It's a Spartan race, dude, because I've done maybe 3 or 4 of them, but I think when I was 16 is when I did Fort Bragg in North Carolina. I just did the short one. Yeah. Because I was all into parkour and all that sort of stuff. So, this is the reasonable flow here.
Yeah, I've lost count. I think I have done maybe 60 of them.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Dude,
it was really cool because I started kind of in the early days when there hadn't been a lot of them yet. There's still a lot of unknowns and like, honestly, I think they were a little bit harder. I know this makes me sound like old man yelling at the clouds, but like early days, they did some crazy shit that I think now they're like insurance underwriters are like,
yeah, let's not.
You know, but there was some fun days. Like I remember the very first beast distance, so like the first half marathon distance was at a resort in Killington, Vermont. And like leading up to the race, they had info on their website and it was like 13 miles, fastest expected time around 80 minutes. So we like go out there, we're expecting an 80-minute race course. Ended up being 3.5 hours. And like nobody was ready for that. Like people go out of the start line like hard, like they're racing for 80 minutes.
Yeah.
And then like 90 minutes in, you're looking down like, the fuck, you know? And you're like, 3 hours, what is even happening? You know?
Were the obstacles just ridiculous?
It ended up being like more like 17 miles and you're going up and down ski slopes. They had a sandbag carry where it was the entire 2,000-foot ski slope with a 70-pound sandbag. And so you just get out there and you're like, I did not sign up for this shit, you know?
Holy crap.
But that's the kind of, and honestly, that was, I think that race, it being so much harder than I thought it was going to be, I think that is the race that changed my life because that was my 3rd Spartan race. I'd done a like 5K one, no big deal. Did like a 10K one, no big deal. But then there was this one that was just like twice as hard as it was supposed to be. People were dying left and right. You're out there like, when the hell am I even going to get off this mountain? Right. You know? But then finally finishing that race, I was like, I don't think I was ever the same after.
Yeah, so that's one of those open-ended things where you go, I don't even know where the end is, but I got to keep going.
Well, that's what I like about some races like that and some ultra marathons I've done is unlike a tough workout where it's like, oh man, this sucks, I want to quit. Sometimes you're out in the middle of nowhere, like hours from help, and it's like, I legitimately want to quit and probably would quit if I could, and I literally cannot.
Dude.
Like there is no option. And so what a luxury it is to be able to quit, you know? And I think if you're having those doubts of like, should I quit? I just try to remind myself like, I'm so fortunate to even be able to ask myself this question,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
And then, I don't know, when you frame it as a luxury of like, I'm lucky to be in a position where I want to quit and can,
Yep.
I'm not gonna quit.
Dude. Or is the luxury not being able to?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, dude. I've definitely, see, when I hear stories about events like that, this is what we were talking about last week, I get the, not necessarily FOMO, because I don't want to do it, but I get that obligation feeling
Yeah.
of, damn, I feel like I have to do something like that, or else I'm not really doing my part as an athlete. And then it's been really hard, but really rewarding to go, no, I'm actually focusing on this, and I like this right now, and just maintaining here. There's 100 things I could be doing. I see someone break dance, I go, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
What am I doing, bro? You know, why am I not working on my windmills or something?
I think sometimes it's just like that shiny object is sometimes just like an escape from the monotony or the boredom of whatever it is that you're doing.
All I have to do is watch a Blaine McConnell video, and I go, all right, I'm gonna stick to this for a second. Let's go. Easy. Woo, come on.
Go. Come on. Come on. There you go. Nice.
7.
Oh yeah. I'm feeling the urge to get a sick pump with a lighter, higher
Okay,
rep set.
yeah. Sounds like a great idea.
Thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna rip one plate. I'm just gonna.
And no shame in that.
I love the pump from this though.
Yeah, dude.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, that's gonna do the trick right there. About 100 reps. Nice, dude. There we go. Let's go, dude. Yep.
Oh,
Holy crap.
oh god. Let that kick in a minute.
I think you did enough for me too. Let's move on.
I think it was 30. I'm not great at counting on those.
Shit, dude. I feel like I should be good at this. Man.
You said something interesting about Truett Haynes.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure most of my audience knows Truett, but like
Okay.
kind of hybrid guy,
Yeah.
runs marathons in jeans.
Yeah.
But you said something about his goal is so perfect because
Yeah.
if he gets it, it's so insane. It's like the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
Really motivating for him. But if he doesn't, it's like, well, it's super hard.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
So like, how? Of course he couldn't do that. Like,
Totally, yeah.
almost like no pressure.
Right.
But I could see that going both ways.
Right.
Of like, for the right mindset, just like chasing this big goal and no expectations,
Yeah.
no pressure. But I could see other people, if the goal is too big, then they become the person that doesn't believe. And it's like, well, that goal was too lofty anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah. I wonder with him specifically,
Yeah,
just because there seems to be that undeniable nature. There also seems to be the irony identity, which is super powerful. So that was kind of my whole, damn it, this song is so good and it's distracting me. So that was my whole kind of thesis, is that to qualify for the Olympic trials, I literally don't know shit about that process. I couldn't tell you what time he needs to get to do that. But it seems like irony is a really good fuel source, just because for someone undeniable like that, he can then release the expectation And I think his potential performance-wise will tick upwards just a little bit because there's not the added stress.
I think it's
in
kind of
that
like
category.
the underdog effect of I think some people thrive on being the underdog,
Totally, yeah.
and then other people don't.
Right.
You know?
As somebody that actually knows what the hell they're talking about, what do you think he's gonna do? Do you think he can do that?
I think he can.
Okay.
I think it's gonna take I think progress in anything is asymptotic, right? Like you make a lot of early progress, it gets tougher and tougher. Looking at his trend and like seeing his body weight come down, I think he can do it.
Yeah.
But I think the Olympic trials qualification is probably like 2-3 years out for him.
Yeah.
That's if I was a betting man.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
dude, I guess he's got a good hook.
Yeah.
Hooking people along the along the road. Oh man. That was a really good stall before this set.
Yeah, dude.
Now here I am.
30, let's go. Hit 30. You're stronger than me on like heavy sets.
Yeah, we'll see how my endurance goes. Shit. It's either gonna be 30 or 12.
There you go. There you go. 15. You got it, yes. Come on. Yes. Come on. Oh, you get it, one more. Yeah, dude.
Oh, that feels like
It burns, right?
really good. That's
Sick.
really relaxing and positive. Oh my God. Here's what I'm interested in. Do you believe in God?
No.
Oh, dude, okay. How come?
Or as, who said it? I don't believe in God, but I hope she believes in me. I just think, like, there's things that we know on this earth,
Yeah?
and there's things that are inherently unknowable.
Okay.
And I think any attempt at religion, thinking of God as even a being or an entity of some kind, I think it's just so, like, humanly arrogant to try to box things up that, like, we just can't know.
Yeah.
Like, you can't know anything for sure. So, like,
Yeah.
you could say, oh, well, you're agnostic. But it's like, to me, the entire concept is so...
Truth-based? Or a pursuit of truth-based?
Yeah. Trying to think of how to articulate it.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass to try.
And that's like the whole point, really. It's like, you know, when people are spiritual or there's like, they say there's things we can't understand, I'm like, I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
But when people are like, you know, very religious or fundamental about it,
Right.
and it's like, no, God is this way, he said this thing.
Okay.
I just can't get behind it.
Yeah, because I've had pretty much the same perspective for a long time. And we do a philosophy club. We have a bunch of people over and just talk about all kinds of stuff. And I feel like my question now is, what is knowing?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, well, if we could know that God was real, if we knew that X, Y, and Z was the case, and I think, all right, what genuinely defines knowing something? And now I'm kind of in this thought process of, you create your reality in a sense. Your perception is what you know or don't know. You tell yourself into a certain story, and there's no greater form of truth than that, because even the collective truth is just based on each individual's version of that.
Yeah.
You know, what they think they know. And so then I think, man, I don't know if God as a thing is real, but I think God as the concept that encapsulates every one person's perception into one thing. I feel like that's the only thing that we can actually know there is, because you can't prove a container by its contents, so you can't really prove God by what he created. There would have to be something further outside of that, you know?
Yeah.
But
For sure. I mean, no matter what, whether it's, you know, science, religion, God, whatever, there's always the question of how did that thing start, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, religion just adds an extra step to the problem. To me, the thing that I really dislike about religion is how it can be a cop-out of like,
oh yeah,
something bad happens, it's like, oh, thoughts and prayers.
yeah,
It's in God's hands now. It's like, well, what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
sure.
You know, like, even if you believe in that, like, even from a religious perspective,
Yeah,
God acts through people. And to me, that's like
agreed.
something that people just forget. And they're
Yeah.
like, big man upstairs will take care of it. And it absolves them from like personal responsibility.
The diffusion of responsibility, the old
Yeah.
oldest trick in the book.
Or it allows them, and this is kind of a pro and a con, but like if your life is shit,
Yeah,
it's like, it'll get better in the next one, or
yeah,
there's a reward waiting for me. When it's like, you get rid of all that stuff, you got here, now, this life,
yeah.
what are you gonna make of it?
Yeah, you know, I've definitely over the last maybe 3 to 4 months, I've made a slight shift in my perspective of, or maybe optimism, because I'm always very long-term optimist. So I just go, dude, there's no way that even with its dips, life is not going to get better. What that always allowed me to do is be pretty harsh, realistic, negative in the moment of, dude, this fucking sucks, I hate this shit. And that's cool because I knew that, okay, well, the bigger picture is good, so I'm allowed to be frustrated.
That's really interesting.
Yeah,
That's funny. I've never thought about it that way. But I think if you're overly optimistic in the present, it's
Yeah.
kind of long-term pessimism.
absolutely.
If you like are always finding the good in something, then
Yeah.
you're like, you care less about it maybe getting worse.
Dude, and that's what I kind of recognize is, okay, if I'm trying too hard to be super positive, it becomes toxic in the, I guess in the long term and even the short term. And then recently, I've tried to add more short-term optimism in not that toxic kind of way. And what I've realized, see, these super religious people, they're really good at one thing, which is turning it positive every single time. Something horrible happens, you know, it's a lesson.
Yeah.
And then, oh, the greatest thing ever happened, what a blessing. And I'm saying, hey, you bastard, how do you just attribute this to the perfect thing every time? And so what I've started doing, like I said, I'm pretty, sarcasm resonates with me a lot, which I guess is regarded as kind of the low IQ humor, but I think it's great. It's its own language almost. And so when I'm being optimistic, I'm sarcastically optimistic. I say, dude, universe is conspiring in my favor. So yeah, this shit would happen because I'd be trying to stop me too, you know? And I just utilize that, and it's helped me do my version of that positive shit, but it's not in that toxic way. It's been just interesting to pull that kind of value or perspective from all these things that maybe I don't agree with, but I'm also going, I can see the mechanism behind it, and that's where it can be pretty cool, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of things can be positive if you zoom in, negative if you zoom out.
Yep.
Positive if you zoom out a little further, and it's just kind of like wave. But
Totally.
yeah, a lot of the, whether it's religion, spirituality, toxic positivity, it's this thing that can be like very positive for people when you zoom in, and you zoom out, and it's like there's some crazy like kind of systemic shit behind it that it's pretty crazy actually.
Yeah, because I mean, if you have to be positive all the time, you're trying to keep some shit afloat, and it's not looking good. Whereas, you know, I mean, I haven't fully gotten rid of the momentary realism of, dude, I hate this shit, you know, or this sucks, or that's annoying, or this person's an asshole. But I feel like a good mix, it's just, I don't know, it feels natural to me. I hate when people preach some shit that you have to change your fundamental way of thinking completely. I'm going, who does resonate with this? Because that just doesn't work for me. But
You want to hit a pull?
yeah.
What do you want to hit?
Let's do that.
There's that row before.
Oh, the freaking chest supported?
Do you like that one?
That was not bad.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I'm down for, I don't really care on the pulls. We can do
Okay.
that, pull downs, head that way.
Let's make our way over, see if there's something interesting that catches the eye.
What are you excited about right now?
Oh,
Like,
dude. So
I'm
many.
gonna leave it open-ended.
Yeah.
What are you excited about?
I'm excited about a lot. I on the way here, talking to the vlog, I was just talking about how many people are involved in my life right now, and I think that's been a big shift for me over the last couple of years, because I spent so much time by myself I mean, early 20s, pretty much my whole life, to be honest with you. But just being with people all the time, I've learned how to be with myself, and then now being able to enjoy just friends are always coming over. I live with my favorite people. It's just that I'm really excited about, which is kind of just a growing and evolving thing. And then I think my mindset, work-wise, content-wise, just growing in that space, I'm excited about that too, because trying to break out of that single lane mindset and just put more touch points of my humor, what I find serious, what I find interesting, covering that full spectrum. I think I'm really excited there. I just treat every day like its own thing, and so I know that 5-10 years from now is going to be awesome. But I don't think too far in advance either.
I think that's good.
Yeah. How many pull-ups can you knock out?
Fresh,
Yeah.
probably between 25 to 40, depending on the technique. Like if they're really just like straight up, straight down, maybe 25. But if they have a little bit of that like little arc, maybe like 40.
Jesus, dude, 40?
Something like that.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I could do about 90 of them butterfly pull-ups, but not the...
Oh, I love butterfly, dude. Love
But see,
butterfly.
people hate on that shit, and
It's just another athletic skill.
That's what I'm saying. In CrossFit, that's what everyone goes to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a stupid thing. I'm saying, look, that's a conditioning thing. You're not doing that to get a big back. You know what I mean?
Dude, I will say though,
You could though.
if I had to pick one exercise that gives me the most insane pump, if you're like, you have a photo shoot, 5 minutes, go. I will just do max reps, butterfly pull-ups. It's insane.
Dude, tell them. Talk to them.
I think just the high volume,
Yeah.
like, just gets so much blood going. It's outrageous.
All right, hell yeah. Or put the damn anti-gravity plate on there.
It's like my favorite cue for my clients that they hate, but it works. I'll be like, have you thought about trying harder? They're like, fuck you. And then they try harder and it's better.
You know what I've had to do for sprinting and whatnot is almost the opposite.
Yeah, you gotta relax more.
Yeah, dude. Because you friggin' tense everything up and then it gets not great.
Shout out my client, Eleni.
Let's go.
She was struggling with squats a little bit.
Yeah.
And like, I kept looking at it and I'm like, what cue is gonna do the trick? We tried a couple things. And I'm like, have you thought about just like trying harder though? And she's like, okay. And then
Yeah, man. All you
sometimes
need.
you just gotta like get in people's head a little bit.
Dude, well, I mean, when I'm working with somebody, so I mean, I'm doing lifestyle mindset, really kind of deep work with people and their brains that tell them a lot of interesting things. I tell them stuff that they know, and then it's like magic. I say, yeah, I think you already know this, but you kind of have to do the thing that you don't want to do. Imagine that, and then they do it. Like, wow, and I say, man, I don't think I can really take credit for that one. But
It's such a meme at this point because it's like overused. But when someone fails a lift, it's like too bad there wasn't someone there yelling up.
yeah,
It's like, I mean, it might have helped.
that's hilarious. But yeah, dude, that's what I was gonna say before. I mean, a lot of this, what I was excited about kind of stuff, it really just comes from space, and how do you create the empty moments of your day? Because people are productivity addicted in a sense of, I've always got to be doing something.
Yeah.
But when people can demystify just an empty room staring at the wall, I think that teaches you so much.
Totally.
All
All
right.
right, let's go. Come on. Oh yeah. There you go. Nice. Range looks good. Oh yeah.
Shit. Let's go, dude. Golly. Let's go. Come on. A lot of weight moving.
It's not as much as it looks like.
How much what did I do last time? 100?
I think we were at 120. Unless you took it down from me. I don't know.
All right.
Let's go. Hell yeah. Nice, brother.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's hit some calves.
Okay, good deal.
I got one more question for you. We'll close on doing calves.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Everybody.
When you're working with people on like life coaching stuff,
Yeah.
what are some of the most common things that you see and like most common pieces of advice that you give that you would want to leave with my audience?
Okay.
Things that you think everybody should be thinking about or working on?
Yeah, okay. So, the real thesis of everything I teach is that what you think about yourself is evidence-based. It's based on data. So when it comes to respecting yourself more, loving yourself, being a better athlete, literally any change you could want to make, the perception of change has to be based on data. So a lot of people can look back and they say, well, every time I'm supposed to go to the gym, I sit on my ass and I don't go to the gym. That gets built into the identity, and then their identity is this cycle that keeps proving to them, oh, see, I don't go to the gym when I say I will. I don't keep my promises when I say I will. So then how do we build the data that shows a better self-image? You build better data that outworks the pile of data that came before it. So if that person that sits on their ass every time they should go to the gym, if they want to build better data, well, they can make a promise that's very keepable and then keep it over and over again. So the 10-minute walk that I told that one client, I said, look, it's a very reasonable expectation to set. If you meet the expectation religiously, there's not a day that you're not building better data to kind of combat that prior stack. And so I think it's really refreshing to see things in this way because people feel existential about the way they think of themselves. They go, dude, why do I feel like such a piece of shit? Why do I hate myself? And that's a horrible place to be because you feel something that you know is there and you have no idea why it's there. So to kind of extrapolate that a little bit into, okay, we can change some things, we can actually work on this. People love that because then there is a project and you treat yourself like a project, then your life has purpose and you just try and hit a goal, then you reach the goal and you got the post-gold medal syndrome, as I call it.
Yeah.
And you're going, dude, I thought that goal was gonna be everything, what the hell? So I feel like the fact that work is never done, that's a gift. You don't want to be done. You don't really want to reach the top of the mountain because what the hell is after that? So I tell a lot of my clients, I say, look, the best way that you could set a goal is make sure that you set a goal that happens 10 seconds before you die, because then the goal will have worked. Otherwise, you reach the goal and there's still life to go. What do we do with that life? And then it's embracing this space we talk about. So, you know, people are the most afraid to sit alone, no phone, absolutely nothing, and stare at the wall. The wall has the answers. You know, the ceiling fan has all the answers. The sound of the air conditioning has all the answers. Your dinner, when you put your freaking phone away and your laptop is closed and the TV is off and you're there by yourself, really that's where all the answers are. So, man, when I'm working with people, I said this earlier, I don't want to be the authority over them. My whole thing is you retain the direction, you retain the authority over your own life, and then when you make changes, you go, damn, you know, I did this. Because just out of the excitement factor, I could say, you're gonna do this, 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 and this, and I'm controlling their life with a little joystick because I'm the authority. That's what somebody that's working from scarcity does.
Yeah.
I don't need the leverage. I don't need to manipulate other people. I wanna say, you drive. And I want to help you be a better driver, but I don't want ownership.
Speaking of kind of data-driven identity,
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people set really big goals as a way to protect their ego, because if you set a big goal and you fail, it's like, well,
it was a big goal.
It's reasonable that you didn't get it.
If you set like a goal that is so stupidly easy,
Yep.
and then you fail, then like, what the hell is the excuse, you know?
It's true. Yeah.
But if you just set those small goals that you know you can do and stack them up, you're gonna get to the big goal.
Yeah.
But I think it almost takes more confidence to be like, I'm just gonna do this one simple thing, because then it's do or die, really.
Dude, it's crazy how the small goals are scary because you might fail. They're also scary because you might do it. Now, I know I said a million different things, but you know, I have a hard time shutting up just because this stuff is my framing. And I feel blessed that I'm able to work with people and help people based on that. That feels ridiculous. And it was kind of my goal looking back, just having a moment of gratitude a little bit, is all I wanted was to learn shit and then teach people that shit and hope their life gets better because of it. And I think we're both doing that, so it's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, dude.
You as well.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah. I'm gonna hit this next set and see if my
Hell yeah.
Achilles tendon stays on.
Solid.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was a good session, dude.
what a good workout.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
been a pleasure, my friend.
Pleasure.
Hell yeah. All right.
Crew Mahoney, everybody. Check him out on Instagram, YouTube, right?
Yeah, all the
All
things.
all the
Spotify.
places. We'll
you know.
link it all in the description below. But
Go.
thanks again for working out, dude.
Dude, thank you.
All right.
Good shit.
Oh yeah.